What is going on, guys? This is Keith Kaizo from Lags to Glitches, and today we're bringing you a Destiny 2 video. Now that we're a few days into Season 10 and all the changes that have been coming with the season, there's been a lot of buffs and nerfs to our favorite weapons. As much as I love snipers, they recently just got nerfed into the ground, and it may not be the very best idea to take them into high-level PvE activities. With that being said, there's always been one weapon that's been a DPS monster, but only few have actually gotten a chance to experience it just because it's such a rare drop from a raid that almost nobody runs anymore. It's time to go back into the Dreaming City, run that Last Wish raid again so we can all get that 1000 voices. This is such an amazing looking weapon, and it packs a punch in almost every activity. The only issue is that it can only drop from the raid's final boss, Riven. And not only is this a super complicated boss, but it glitches out a lot and it can be super frustrating and time consuming to complete. It's been so bad that for the past year, there's been several ways to cheese this boss so that people can complete it without learning Bungie's intended method. From cluster bomb rockets to grenade launchers, it seems that every time we get a new method, Bungie nerfs that weapon type and sets the whole community back to square one. But now, in 2020, we have a new method of cheesing Riven, this time with swords. You heard that right, this cheese can be done with swords that almost any player should have collecting dust in their vault. Not to mention Bungie buffed the drop rate for this gun a few months back, so we're going to walk you through this method and hopefully you can grab a team and head in and get your own 1k. Here's what you'll need. First, you'll need a full raid team, which should be obvious. Second, 5 of your team members should be rocking a sword that has the perk Whirlwind Blade on it. 2 swords that come to mind are the Steel Sibyl and Abide the Return. You can get these from Shaxx or the Dreaming City respectively. Make sure you equip any perks that will increase the damage. Next, the last person on your team should be rocking a Tractor Cannon. This will help you guys out with dealing more damage. Then you'll need a Warlock with a Well of Radiance and a Titan with a Ward of Dawn. It's best to have both, but I'll even show you a run where our Titan messed up and we still completed the encounter with only a well. Last but not least, you'll need a lot of patience. This is something you should have in any raid activity, but this is a fairly simple cheese, so it may take a few runs to get down pat. As long as you're communicating with your fire team, you should be able to get this done with no problem. What you're going to want to do is load up the Riven encounter, drop a rally flag so that everyone has full super and ammo, and start the encounter as usual. When you drop down, the whole team will go over to the side with the crystal and then peek in the room to see if you see Riven's shadow. If so, then proceed in the room and kill everything, but if not, you can either wipe or run back out to the room up against this wall here, and you'll see a message that says joining allies. This will transport you back to the starting area and you can make your way over to the other room. Once everything is dead, the whole team is going to want to gather on the left side of the room, right next to where Riven will spawn. Once he shows that a big ugly mug, she'll slap down her arm, and this is where your team will spring into action. Run up to her arm and drop down both the Well of Radiance and the Ward of Dawn right on top of each other, and have your whole team spam light attacks or R1 with their swords, while the last player constantly boops her with Tractor Cannon. Keep attacking her, and if done correctly, you'll see how fast her health drops, and once you hit that threshold, you'll be good to go. You'll know because your team won't wipe, and then you'll all be transported into the Ascendant Realm. At this point, there'll be a few enemies and platforming to do, but as long as one person makes it to the top and enters the portal, you can do the final damage phase on Riven, destroy your heart, and get your key. Now after this portion is the Queen's Walk, which completes the raid and sends you to the final room with the chest so you can actually use said keys. But what I recommend doing is completing Riven 3 times to stock up on the keys for each character, and then opening 3 chests at once, so you won't have to do the final Queen's Walk 3 times. This will most likely be way harder than the Riven encounter and will take you many tries to get, but if you have a good fire team with good communication, you guys should be fine. Once you complete the Queen's Walk, you're done. May RNGesus be on your side, and I hope you get the 1k. I'm going to let the rest of this footage play out, and then I'm also going to add in the footage where we messed up and still got the encounter done with only a Well of Radiance. If you have any other questions, be sure to drop them down in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Keith Kaizo from Lags to Glitches signing out, and I want to thank you for watching.